Okay, so this is recorded, and this is going to be just a quick Zoom about parties. I feel like I'm always trying to learn and grow myself and do better parties. And so the biggest thing is I want to make sure that anybody that's on this call is aware that we have a Facebook example party. So I'm going to share the screen with my computer. And this is the Zaya Live Facebook example party. You can just add yourself to it, just search it and find it. And basically you can literally go through this and just copy and paste the pieces. I do try to keep it up to date. Sometimes there's things like this men's post. Some of these pictures are old, so just get new pictures off of the website. But this wording, you can literally copy and paste. I have no qualms about anything that I put out there that you can't copy and paste and just use what I use. I don't feel like I should have any rights to it unless it's very specific to me and my training or whatever that I do. And that's not even in regards to this. So you can use any of these pictures, anything. So please make sure you add yourself to this Facebook party. So when it comes to parties, there's a variety of ways that we can do these. So you can do a Facebook party, you can do an Instagram party, you can do pop-up events, vendor events, you can do a fundraiser that's online, or you can do it at a location. Something that I love is drop-off bags, where I ask the person what sizes they would like in their Zaya pieces that they're interested in, and then I put those in a bag and I just drop them off at their door, let them try them on at their house, and then they just return them to me, and I love that. So those are just a handful of ways. You can be as creative as you want with your parties. Parties are the way that we get business. It's the way that we find reps. It's the way that we find customers. So parties are actually a really important part of this business. Sometimes people think that they can just post on social media and have sales and have things happen. Social media is just a tool to find the people to be the customers, to be the hostesses. It is generally not where you're going to have people message you and want to shop from you. Does it happen? Yes. But if I depended solely on just posting and getting orders, I would probably just do the minimums. I would probably do maybe $200 a month of just posting now because of where my business is at. 2 years ago, it didn't work that way at all for me. So I definitely have had to work to build up my clientele, to build up my customer base, and to do all those things. So with the Facebook parties, there's a couple things that you're going to need to do with that party. So I'm going to go over how to set up a Facebook party so you can know how to do that. So you're going to get onto Facebook, and over on this left-hand side, you'll see groups. So you're going to click groups, and you're going to create a group. There's this green button in the upper right-hand side. Just click create group. And you're going to name your group. Let's say it's Linda's Zaya Party. And I'll do this for my mom. Okay, and then you want it to be closed so people can find it, but people can't see what's posted. And then you're just going to click create. Okay, so something that is really amazing, and I don't know why it's taken me so long to finally do this, is there's a company called Post My Party. This has absolutely been life-changing for my business. I have been doing 4 to 6 Facebook parties a week lately, and I'm feeling very crazy about it. And so I remember somebody talking about how they use Post My Party, and I was like, oh, I don't know. It seems like it might be a lot of work to get it all set up, which initially there was some work that had to be put into this. But I'm telling you, you guys, Post My Party has been a complete game changer for running my parties, especially through Facebook. This is not allowed to be done on Instagram, so you'll still have to go in and post things through Instagram. but Post My Party on Facebook is amazing. So you're going to log in, create an account, and then you're going to come over here and you're going to create these templates. And so I've created a US Facebook party template and a Canada Facebook party template. And when I click edit, you'll see all my posts. So I have it as day 1, what time I want it to post. Day 2, what I want posted and what time. And literally it just goes through and does all of this. So instead of me having to go in and copy and paste and schedule my posts, I can just add this to any party that I have and it'll automatically put this into those parties. So really all I have to do is come in here and edit my posts if I want to change something up. I don't have to do anything else between going to an old party and copying and pasting and putting in into a new one. This has been so nice. So there's still things that I have to do daily in the parties, and I'm okay with that, and I know that. So I try to go live every day. The first day, I like to welcome them, tell them a little bit about myself, and share with them my 3 favorite pieces and talk to them about how Zaya started. And then the second day, I'll talk about bras, new releases. The third day, I'll talk about joggers and light and tights. And the fourth day, which is typically a Friday, I try to wrap it up and do some of the closing talk, like let's get our orders in. If you're interested in hosting a party, I'd love for you to be a hostess. These are the rewards. If you want to join, these are the benefits, that kind of stuff. And then I just lost my train of thought. So with that, that's how I kind of run my parties. And the reason, this is what I was going to say, the reason why I run my parties from a Tuesday night to a Friday is because it hits a Wednesday new release and a Friday payday. And then if I need to push it past the weekend, I will, to get more orders. If people are messaging the hostess and she's like, oh my gosh, people need to order, they need more time, then I'll allow for that. But I really try not to have it go too much longer than through the weekend because people get burned out. I know I do. So you're going to want to make sure that you have the people change their notifications on their Facebook party to be receiving all of the notifications, and really, really make sure you're only posting product that is current and in stock. I can't tell you how many times people are doing parties and they're frustrated, and I'm like, well, that's because you're posting things that aren't in stock or have very low stock or are restocking. I would not go on and post about the shawl right now. That doesn't make sense because we can't even get it. So why would I even advertise that we have this amazing shawl? Okay, so make sure you're really careful about what you're posting and talking about on those specific parties. Okay, with an Instagram party, you're only going to want to do a few posts a day, and the hostess has to be engaged. The hostess has to be engaged actually for a Facebook and an Instagram party. The more she posts, the more she shares, the better, because these are her friends and family. So it's really, really, really important that she is engaged in the party with you, or you'll find that the party doesn't do very well. Okay, so the next couple things. If you're going to do a vendor event, you're going to want to offer some kind of special. At a vendor event like a FitCon or like a health and wellness event or something like that, people are there and they want to kind of get a deal. And so it's really good for them to, for you to have products that they can buy and walk away with. So I suggest you offer a $99 deal where they can get a pair of black pocket capris, a bomber bra, and a hat. And that works great. You will have your inventory of that. So you'll have probably 5 mediums, 5 larges, 5 smalls of each of the pocket capris and the bra and the hat. You'll have a bunch of those. And so people can walk away with that. And then you'll want to have your other clothes there to display and let them know that these are available, but they'll have to be ordered from your site. So I also suggest with vendor events that you do a giveaway at least every hour to get names to follow up with. You could do a hat, you could do a tank, a copper charge tank, or just one of our cheaper tanks like an Effortless or the lavender tank. Those are great things to raffle off that don't cost a lot of money. So you have to go into vendor events and pop-ups with the right mindset. You have to understand that you're not going to be crushing it with sales typically. The whole point of that is typically brand recognition and finding people to follow up with, to be customers and to be hostesses and to be reps. So that's why you have to be getting names. If you don't have a way to get names, you're basically just advertising at the event at your cost. So be really careful with that. Fundraisers are awesome. They go over really well. I love to do that for people. I had a lady in my neighborhood who has Lyme's disease, and I did a fundraiser for her. I did it for a full month to give everybody enough time and for there to be enough orders to really benefit her. And I decided on how much commission I wanted to give. I think I did 25% of the party sales, and her party did $1,000, and then I gave her the hostess rewards and I paid for her clothes. So I let her get all the benefits of it because I really wanted to help her. So fundraisers are a great way to kind of open up into a new market, a new group of people that you wouldn't otherwise be around. The other things are you can offer personal shopping experiences. So you can message somebody and say, hey, I know that you love working out or you love Lululemon. I am obsessed with this brand. I really feel very strongly that I could, earn your business. Can I help put together a couple outfits and we can talk about whether or not you'd want to purchase from me and if you are interested in purchasing those items. Reservicing is actually something that I think a lot of us forget about. How many of us have actually followed up with our customer base and asked them to purchase, I'm just dropping my phone, purchase again, okay? Reservicing, following up is a huge part of this business. So when I have a customer, the first contact after they purchased is just to find out that they like the products, that they fit, that they're happy. I don't ask about anything else. So typically this is a week after they've ordered. I make sure they're happy. I see if they want to exchange it, just to make sure it fits. Because typically they maybe even haven't had time to work out in it. And if they haven't had time to work out in it, they don't know how awesome our stuff is. And they haven't been able to wear their old clothes to compare how Zyia compares to their old stuff. Okay. So probably about a month later, I'll follow up and see, make sure they're still happy, see if they love their Zyia, if there's anything that they would love to order again, and see if they'd want to be a hostess and get things free and half price. And that's kind of where I go from that. So I just keep following up, seeing if they're happy, showing appreciation for them being my customer, supporting me. I typically don't ask them to rep with me if they've been a hostess or a customer, unless they're showing me signs that they're interested. If they're a repeat customer, they're constantly ordering from me, then of course I will. I'll say, you should really sign up. The rep discount's awesome. You can make additional income, that kind of thing. So that's kind of how I approach my customer base and go from there. And I always have my parties. I do a post about joining my VIP Facebook group. So then they're always seeing the new products and they're part of my business. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about are home parties. And I think sometimes we make home parties more challenging than they need to be. When I first started, we literally draped the clothes over couches. And that was with Erin Bradley at the first party I went to. She was there. And we had all these clothes draped over couches. We did not have clothing racks. We did not have hangers. We did not have fancy signs. We did not have tablecloths. It was so simple. And I want to remind you guys of that. Keep it simple. Sometimes we like to complicate things, and all it does is stress us out as women. So please keep it simple. Make it look nice, but it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to look like you're shopping at a true boutique, unless that's something that you really want to do and you're okay spending the time and money to do that. But I want you to be making money, and I don't want you to be spending a ton of money trying to buy all these things to have on hand to make it look a certain way, because it's not necessary. I would rather have you have more sizes or, have spent more money on getting more people there or that kind of thing. Okay. So home parties are awesome. And I'm going to tell you, every single party that you do, the most important guest that shows up at that party is your hostess. There might be 10 people there. And that's great. I'm excited to meet her friends. I'm excited to have them there. But my goal is to make that hostess a lifelong customer and eventually have her turn into a rep. Okay. So I don't care. I'm not going to say I don't care about her guests, because I do. I want to make sure they're having a great experience. I'm going to follow up with them. I'm going to try to get them into my VIP group and continue to earn their business. But I want that hostess. I'm going to bend over backwards for her. I'm going to make sure she just feels like she's the cat's meow and like she is the bomb, because she is. She spent time and money and her reputation to allow me into her home, into her friends and family circle. And that's a really, really big deal. Okay. So the next thing that I want to talk about, aside from making sure your hostess is the most important guest and making sure you use post my party, is the third thing that I've really been studying on how to make parties really effective. And that is making them fun. I have been running for way too long really boring parties. Really boring, okay? Yes, they were about the products, but they were hardly about the hostess. And the whole point of this is to have everybody get together and have fun and be together with the hostess and have a good time. So play some games, do some fun things revolving the hostess. I love to do giveaways. I love to do gift card giveaways. I think they're really fun. So I'll typically do between 2 to 5 gift cards of $10, depending on how much engagement there is. And I love to do that. So I'll ask her question. I'll do gift comments. People love to do gifts. So I'll ask, how do you know our hostess? Drop a gift below. People love that one. I'll ask her where she wants to go on vacation. And so I'll do a question about, where would she love to go on a trip? Then I'll ask her what her favorite pair of workout shoes are. And I'll have them guess which workout shoes are her favorite. I'll have them do a game where they find out what's her favorite pair of leggings from Zaya. Which ones does she want the most? Or what's the bra that she would be able to hike Kilimanjaro in, or something like that. Like, make it fun, make it funny. Try to really make it about the hostess, because this technically is about the hostess. It's not about you. It's not about, it is about Zaya, but it's about how Zaya has affected her and how she loves it so much that she's now opening up to her friends and family. Okay. So try to keep that in mind when you're running parties. If you're finding that a party is dead, technically and typically it's probably because the hostess doesn't really feel engaged. She doesn't feel like she probably doesn't know the product line that well. And so you're trying to teach everybody about the product line. So you've got to figure out how to incorporate her into that. And so I love doing those kind of games. And you can even do these at home parties. I think they are so fun. And have people, write down their answers and put them in a hat and draw their names. And, if they get the correct answer, they get 5 more entries into winning something or giving things away. I would rather give things away in my parties than give things away in my VIP group. Because I feel like my parties deserve that time and attention, because it's a whole new group of customers that I wouldn't typically know or be able to get into. Okay, so that is parties in a fast and furious fashion. Do you guys have any questions? If you do, you can unmute yourself and ask away.
This is Erin. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Erin.
Okay. Sorry, I'm at the gym and my internet is super sketchy. So some of what you were saying was cutting out. How long did you say you typically run a Facebook party for?
Great question. So I typically do Facebook from a Tuesday night to a Friday, and sometimes I'll extend them through till Monday and let people have the weekend to order. So the reason I do that is Tuesday night, I'll go live and I'll welcome them to the party. Wednesday is new releases. It's our launch day. And then Friday is payday. So I like to be able to hit that because it allows people to see the brand new things, see if they want something that's new, and then they are getting paid and they can hopefully be able to, purchase something. But you've got to kind of figure out what works best for you. So if you want to start it on a Monday and end it on a Friday, you can. It's totally up to you. Alicia just asked, how do you keep track of your customers? So all of your customers are under your order history in your back office. Their phone number and their email is back there as well. So you can email them, you can text them. I prefer to text them. That's what I typically do. So, Erin, did I answer your question? Did that help?
Yeah, but of course my internet totally got out again. I had to turn my Wi-Fi at the gym off here. It's terrible. So you said Tuesday through a Monday.
Yeah, well, technically a Friday, and then I'll see if we need to extend it, and I'll have it in Monday. But yeah, but you also need to kind of do some trial and error and see what works best for you. Maybe a Monday to a Friday would work better for you.
Okay, yeah, mine have typically been in conjunction with an in-home party, which is somewhere in the middle. I've had a couple recently where they just wanted me to bring some clothes and they could have it at their house for a week of people stopping by at their convenience. So I don't know.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
That's perfect. Yeah. You're welcome. And Lisa, did I answer your question? Did that help? I hope. If not, you can ask again. Does anybody else have any other questions? I'm telling you guys, Post My Party has changed my life. And this is the thing too that I'm going to talk about really quick is you have to eventually move out of your warm market. You can't keep asking your VIP group to do parties for you. You have to start messaging people that you don't know. And that is why I love Instagram. So you're going to have to put together a message, make it short and sweet, and message people and ask them if they would be willing to try your product line if you give them a code for, let's just say 25% off, or a code for $15 off their first purchase. You could even set like a dollar limit, like $15 off their first purchase of $50 or more. Okay. A lot of people will be open to that and want to do that. And it's a great way once they try the product, then I always follow up with them. And I'm like, I'm so glad you're loving it. I would love to continue to earn your business. Would you be interested in hosting a party and getting more Zaya free and half price? And typically they usually say yes, you guys. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it's been absolutely amazing to do this. It's gotten a much better response than asking them to be a rep or, here's my link, go and purchase. And even if I go back and I've seen that they've seen my message, I'll message them again. So if I've seen that they've seen my message on Instagram, I'll message them again and I'll just say, hey, just wanted to see if you wanted to try Zaya with my discount code. So it shows that you're actually like paying attention to the messages that you've sent. So hopefully that helps. But eventually you have to do those things, you guys. I'm not like some magic maker. It's not like people magically come to me. Like, I have to work for it. I have to ask for it. I have to work to find hostesses just like you guys do. Okay. And that's one way that I found that works really, really well. And I'm okay being out $15 for her to try the products to have a party. Excuse me. Okay. Any other questions? You guys are awfully quiet.
I have a question.
Oh, Heather. Sorry. Go ahead, Heather.
Thank you. That was a really good point you just made. And I was wondering, the codes, are you generating those through your back office, or how do you create codes for people to use?
Okay, so the codes are kind of funny. So people love getting a code, right, to put in to get a discount. So all it is I go in I just go through my website. I purchase a $50 gift card. I copy and paste the code when I give it to them, and I tell them it has $15 on it, and it only works for their first purchase, and it expires at the end of the month.
Gotcha. Okay. So you said you bought a $50 gift card or a $15 gift card?
You can do either. You can buy a bunch of 15 or
I see.
or 10 or $10 ones. I just found it was easier just to buy a bigger amount. I haven't had anybody, granted, I keep posting this on YouTube. I haven't had anybody put in a larger amount.
Okay.
Like, well, Natalie gave me a code. She keeps talking about how she buys a $50 gift card. I'm going to see if this has $50 on it. So that's generally what I do. And then you make sure you put like a time frame on it so you can tell them it ends at the end of the month. So that gives you also another reason to follow up with them.
Right.
So if you give it to them and they don't use it by the end of the month, you can message them at the first of the month and be like, hey, I noticed you didn't get on and purchase. Let me give you a new code. You have till the 15th, or I don't know, whatever, something like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Heather. Okay, so because you can keep using it, you use Asana for tracking, Stacy? I don't even know if I've heard of that. I keep track through my messages on Instagram and who I'm following and who I'm not. You can keep like a written copy of it. You can put it on your notes on your phone. I'm not sure what Asana is. That's awesome, Stacy. I'm gonna have to look at that.
Do you want me to tell you a little bit?
Yeah, tell us about it.
So I was a Beachbody coach for 4 years, and that's what I use to track all my customers. It's awesome because there's so much YouTube training. So like if you don't even know how to do it, you could just get on YouTube and get like basic training from it. But you have like a way to track through the funnel source. So you can track where their status is. So you add little tags to like if you message them, if they wrote back, if they bought from you, you can move them to a different group and add them to like your customers. So it's really easy.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Oh,
And it's free.
wow. Okay, thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Sure.
Hey, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Asana? Is it just that name?
Yep, Asana. Yep.
Is it 3 dots?
3 dots.
Is it that 3 dot one?
Oh, I don't use the app. I use it on my PC. So I'll have to look if there's an app for it. I think there is an app, but I've never used it. I've only used it on my PC.
I'm pretty sure this is what it is because it says organized tasks.
Yep.
Okay.
CRM. Is it CRM?
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you. That's a great tip.
Sure.
That's way good to know. Great. Okay, do you guys have any other questions? Anything? Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions, I do like to keep these kind of short and simple. I will be doing trainings next week. I'm trying to get back into, I was doing them every week, really good for a couple months. And then I decided to make them into YouTubes and I don't think they've been as good. So I'm going to go back to doing trainings once a week for new reps. For this very reason, we can find out new apps, things, and ideas. It's so awesome. So, all right, you guys are so welcome. Have a great rest of your day. I will have this recorded. This is recorded and I will have it uploaded and share it with the teams. So have a good one, you guys. Bye.